Hey, it's Ashley from A&L Bookkeeping. Picture this. You're a detective, only the case file is your business cash flow. Every missing invoice, every ghost payment, every equipment cost left unchecked is going to be a clue. If your bank balance is shrinking and you don't know why, we can get out the magnifying glass and figure it out together. When a business ends up with negative cash flow, that means more money is going out than coming in. It doesn't always mean sales are down. Sometimes it means the money is moving weird. Delayed invoices, unchecked expenses, or inventory tied up can all cause cash flow to leak. So, if you go back to the detective story, you've got the clues. Maybe the bank statements don't match your internal ledger. Maybe you see weird payments, like you've paid something but there's no record of it. Maybe equipment costs jumped, or invoices are piling up unpaid. That's a big problem. Today, I can walk you through how to trace the leak, what parts of your statements to check, and how to stop this from becoming a constant battle. So, if we're still following our detective example, you want to open the case file. You want to review your bank and merchant accounts. I know it is so boring, but you have to do it. Start here. Open your bank statements side by side with your reconciliation ledger. For the deposits which you expected, were there timing delays? Do you have missing deposits? These are all indications of a leak somewhere. Now, if you look at your accounts receivable and you do your detective work there, you're looking for unpaid invoices, overdue aging, customers that you probably forgot to bill, late paying customers. Those are always a frequent cause of cash flow headaches. Once you get through all of that, check out your accounts payable. Check all of your vendor accounts. Look for duplicate bills, invoices that you never received but actually paid, or maybe equipment costs that weren't budgeted. Equipment and large purchases can tie up cash quickly. Then you want to look at your categorization and transaction cleanup. This is where you're going to look for uncategorized or maybe miscoded transactions. Money may have disappeared under miscellaneous. That's kind of a hideaway for leaks. We don't like using miscellaneous. Then you want to structure it like a detective timeline. Okay, so day one or week one, reconcile your bank and merchant statements and identify all the mismatches. Then the next day or week, clean up your receivables, contact all your customers about unpaid invoices, and write off the bad debts that are legit. Then, day 3, week 3, you want to review your payables and your vendor history. Look through everything that you have to identify unusual purchases, any overpayments, or large equipment buys. Day 4, week 4, reclassify transactions, fix miscoded entries, produce draft cash flow statements and a profit and loss to see if the leaks got sealed. Most of those reports are all standard in your accounting software. Now, throughout all of this, you're going to document all the findings, keeping a running case file of where the leaks were, how you fix them, and how you can prevent them from occurring. Now, this brings a little bit of controversy. In my opinion, a lot of business owners shouldn't be doing this work. Business owners already have enough investigations to deal with. You have clients, operators, parts, employees, events, growth, marketing, payroll. You have all these things, and you are trying to spend your time tracking down missing invoices, untangling your QuickBooks, dealing with vendor messes, everything that is not exactly running your business. People always ask, well, when's a good time to outsource? I know some businesses are small and they can handle running everything themselves on the accounting side. And that's true. Most of our clients are perfectly capable of handling their accounting. But you have to decide where it is draining your time doing your own bookkeeping. So if you are able to take the amount of time that you spend in accounting and collecting on invoices and things like that, following up on checks that haven't been received by vendors, what can you do to make the business money during that time? Probably a lot. So if there's something that you can actually fill that time with, then it's time to maybe outsource your bookkeeping or have someone else look at that or do it for you. So outsourcing your cleanup and those types of functions mean you're hiring the experts to sift through all those clues while you stay focused on driving the business forward and doing those things that make the business money. The things only you can do. We can act as your financial detective and your strategist. Once we find where the cash is leaking, we use the data to help you make smart, proactive decisions. We get to point out when equipment costs are about to tip over your cash flow, when invoice delays are becoming a risk, or when vendor terms are starting to bleed you dry. Then we coach you so the next time around you're ahead of those leaks instead of chasing them. So, just to recap, here is a little bit of a closing statement for you. You solved the leak, but what about tomorrow? Are you going to deal with this again next year? Here's some things that you can do to keep that from happening. Make sure you keep your reconciliations done monthly. That's going to keep up with everything. Make sure that you have the highest efficiency in your receivables and your payables, and that things are being recorded correctly. Set up internal controls for equipment and large costs. Make sure every major expense is reviewed, not just approved blindly. Know what you expect in and out, so when your numbers drift, you notice early. And avoid the mindset that we'll fix it later. That's how those small leaks become big problems. So, if you're feeling confused and your books feel like a detective's file right now, then give us a call and let's work together to walk through the data, trace your leaks, plot your timeline, and build those guardrails. We don't want you in the same mess again next year. Talk soon.